Greetings adventurers, I am Chris with Nord Games, and in this video we'll be talking about dangerous destinations. This is the definitive guide to creating intriguing and dynamic destinations for storytelling and fantasy role-playing games. So let's take a look at the table of contents and dive right into it. This is a 448-page book, and it's full of everything you need to know about creating interesting destinations to have your adventurers go and explore and face many perils. Part 1 here, we have the destinations themselves. As you can see, we have burial grounds, camps, fortresses, headquarters, hideouts, outposts, religious sites, religious structures, residences, settlements, small locations, watchtowers. Part 2, we go into environments. So we have aquatic, coastal, desert, extraplanar, forest, jungle, etc., etc. Part 3, we go into our dangers. So these are our beasts and unintelligent monsters, events, humanoids, intelligent monsters, items, and magic. Part 4, we have a whole section about antagonists. These could include humanoids or intelligent monsters. Part 5, we have pre-generated destinations. These include burial grounds and camps, all the things that you could find in your destinations, but things that we have created for you. We also have a section of appendices, deciphering your destination, planar creature tables, and useful tables. So let's get started, and on part 1 here we see we can create our destination. Let's start with a burial ground. That's on page 12. So on page 12 we see the burial ground explanation, what it is, why you use it, how to use it. We have a couple different types here, a crypt or a graveyard. The burial ground location, so is it in an inner settlement, settlement outskirts, the edge of the settlement? Is it nearby? Is it a day's journey away? Is it way, way far remote? When it comes to our burial ground type, we've got the crypt or the graveyard. So here's the crypt, the structure type, the age, the size, the condition, the typical internment method, the concentration of dead, so how many undead minions might you have to send at the player characters, the plot types. So plots are considered basic niches, but there may be other types as well. What type of plots are there? So like, do you have multiple corpses in one location? I'm getting really macabre here, but you know, how is this crypt set up? Are there coffins, sarcophagi, private chambers, that kind of thing. And then we have a whole section about environment and danger. So the crypt environment, your crypt's environment is automatically underground. After you've completed this chapter, turn to the underground chapter with part 2 environments. So later on we'll add more aspects to this destination with the future chapter here. We've got a crypt danger. So all kinds of things are available to us in here. And because we were talking about undead stuff, I would probably do like mindless undead. So I could roll on this or I could just pick. So I'll probably go mindless undead though, pick that. If we wanted to go with graveyard, we've got a whole other set of variables that we might pick or roll. But you get the idea. There's a lot of different possibilities depending on what type of destination you pick. So now that we have our crypt, we can go to environments, and it said automatically we go with underground, which is on page 163. So page 163, underground. So a brief description about the underground environment, why you use it, how to use it. Underground entry size is how we start. So sort of what we find as we go in. So you can use this book during your prep time, but you can always use it on the fly as well. And it's easy to use on the fly because it's procedurally generated. You can always go step by step and find out more and more about the destination as your players proceed into it. So you've got the entry size, entry door, entry visibility. Is it hidden? Is it not? Destination depth, underground type, water presence. Is there water down here? Notable environment features, lots of different options here. So there's crystals, there's pillars, there's fungus, there's ice, there's magma flow, the area stability, the local fauna, and then we get into the environmental dangers. So here we have environmental dangers beast, and all of these beasts are applicable to the underground environment. There are things you would naturally find there. Environmental danger unintelligent monster. So we've got those here as well. Underground environment intelligent monster. That's the end of that environment. So we would roll on these tables or pick, and now we've got more information about our destination. And then we go to our danger. So part 3 is dangers, and we can pick and choose from here. Beast and unintelligent monsters could be a danger. Event, humanoids, intelligent monsters, item. I'm gonna go with item. That sounds like a lot of fun to me. So let's say that our destination is a burial ground. It's a crypt. It's in an underground location, an underground environment, and it's gonna naturally have undead humanoids walking around, let's say, but I also want to add that layer of additional danger, like the real reason we're there, and it'll be item in this case. So page 198, we'll flip to page 198, and we can learn about our item. It's a great piece of artwork. It's like a sleeping statue. So it describes for you here all the information you need to know about items, why you use them, how to use them. And here we go, item origin. So is it original, stolen, hidden, unknown, misunderstanding, otherworldly, decree, item status, item type. So you can figure out all these different pieces of information about the danger itself. I like the idea of some sort of like body part. So that's down here. So the item is a body part, and you've got a D6 to roll on. Where did it come from? A beast, unintelligent monster, humanoid, intelligent monster. And then the body part is an arm, an eye, a finger, a foot, a leg, a hand, a toe, a tongue, a torso. Let's go with eye. That sounds like a lot of fun. So maybe there's like an eye that's suspended in some sort of a fluid or something like that. Maybe in a potion or something like that that's in the middle of the room. More information about item type. So lots and lots of different options here. We go into things like book, clothing, document, jewelry, spellcasting focus, fixture, ranged weapon, all kinds of options. And then your item condition. So awful, poor, good, excellent, and new. Item notability. So why is the item special? Item linked to magic. Is how intrinsic are the magical properties of the item? Magic activation, if it is magical. Lots and lots of different interesting things about it. Magic category. Mentally targeted magic. Spiritually targeted magic. And that's all we have for the item as our danger. And then if we want to, we can add a layer of complexity to it. Let's say that we want to add an antagonist. So we could add an antagonist in part 4. We have 2 sections. One is humanoids, one is intelligent monsters. So let's say that we wanted to add an intelligent monster to this. So we have our crypt. It's underground. It has an item in it that's especially dangerous. Is that item dangerous because of magical properties or what it represents? Who knows? But let's bring also in this intelligent monster, page 235. So on page 235, we have intelligent monster. Boom. And in this, we have separated out the intelligent monsters into archetypes. So we have things like the lover, the hero, the magician, the outlaw, the explorer, and these all come with their own strengths, weaknesses, and goals. So let's say that the intelligent monster is the ruler. Their strengths are leader, powerful, charismatic. Weaknesses are suspicious, worrisome, will not accept help. And then their goal is control. So maybe they're also seeking this item that's in the crypt because it will somehow aid them in their goal of control. So a lot of these kinds of things can inform you about a lot of these things can inform you about an antagonist's personality. So the ruler, let's flip to that page. Rulers. So we have 5 different options here for the specific antagonist profile. Lord of the Horde, God Killer, Deceitful Influencer, Artifact Archivist, or Paranoid Prepper. I like the idea of the God Killer. So if we go with the God Killer, we have a whole description here, their dominant traits, secondary traits, strengths, weaknesses, goals, and it just layers on more and more intrigue about this antagonist. So I like the idea of that. Now, what intelligent monster you pick could be all kinds of different things. So it's completely up to you, whatever fits best with your adventure. Last but not least, we have our Part 5, pre-generated destinations. So these are all destinations that our team have used this exact book and all of its generators to create unique content for you. And you can literally just flip to one of these pages and grab something and plug it right into your adventure. So in this case, one of our writers created a shipwreck, and you have this location you can go to and find out all the different interesting things about it, its dangers, and anything that it might have that you can integrate into your adventure. And here's a top-down map of that location as well. So we always include a sketch and a top-down map of these pre-generated destinations. So lots and lots of content in this book for you to play around with. Again, you can use this during prep. You can use it on the fly. Lots of different options for you. You can get this on our website. You can also pick this up at your local game store. If you are a local game store, you can get this from your favorite distributor. Thanks for watching our video, and until next time, happy gaming.